It's Henry with TDC again. Today we're going to go over some of the exterior items on the tractor to help you with your pre-trip and post-trip inspections, just to help maintain it. Well, obviously, first thing you're going to do is run your lights on your tractor, make sure all your marker lights are working, turn signals, brake lights, four-ways, such on. One thing you're going to look at in your pre-trip and post-trip inspections is your tire wear. Make sure you ain't got no uneven tire wear going on in your steer tires. Check your tire pressures. Our particular settings we like to use here, we use 105 on Michelin's and Bridgestones and any other make besides Goodyear. Goodyear's we run 120 pounds in them. And that's on a virgin wide base drive tire or a steer tire for the Goodyear's, 105 on everything else. You want to check your lug nuts, make sure you don't have no loose lug nuts. A good indication of lug nuts being loose would be rust coming out from the spacer washer behind the lug nut. Look at your hubcap, make sure your hubcap ain't throwing grease. Check your hubcap level by pulling your hubcap plug off. You can look down in there, put your finger in there. That'll give you an indication if it's full, or you can wipe the lens off and actually check it. As you work your way back towards the back of the tractor, on your fairing trucks, you want to check, make sure your battery box cover's in and held down with the latch. DEF cap's on. Farther back, you want to check, make sure you ain't got nothing loose on your tractor. Your quarter fenders are intact. Your trailer airlines and electrical cords, you don't want them rubbing the frame, chafing, having any problems like that. It's good to keep them put up when you're bobtailing, that way they're not getting caught in the drive line of the tires or causing any other kind of problems. Some of our tractors have the auxiliary battery. I'll make sure the latch is in place for it so it ain't falling off. You really want to keep an eye on all your airlines. There's a lot of airlines on the back of your tractor, but take the time. It'll pay off in the end. You won't be sitting waiting for road service because you had an airline bust. Basically, you're looking for any kind of chafing where the airline's rubbing the frame or other airline's going to cause it to rub a hole in it. Your S-cam braces and brackets down here, so you can get a good look at that one right there. They have a tendency to break. You want to keep an eye on them, make sure that there's no broken welds or broken U-bolts. You're also looking at your ABS cables coming out of your hubs. Same thing with your lug nuts on your drive axles and tag axles. You want to make sure you ain't got no loose lug nuts, cracked wheels. Checking your air pressure. You also check the fluid level in your back tag axle, which is the same as your steer. You can pull the plug, or you can actually see in the lens what your oil level is. You get to the back of the tractor, a lot of people don't understand that DOT requires a certain amount of reflective tape on the back of your trucks. All right, you have to have your red and white on your mud flaps for reflective tape. You also have to have up on the back of the cab, it's a foot by foot on each corner of the back of that cab. Them pieces have to be there. That is a DOT violation. For the most part, you ain't got no electrical lines, dragging the ground, fell off, rubbing, causing any other issues. That's pretty good recap on how you're going to do your pre-trip and post-trip inspections.